Indigenous leaders are urging Texas schools to forfeit games in protest against the Port Neches Groves High School mascot and cheer for past insensitive displays like this one from 2020. Watch this. It was last month when the Coalition Against Native Mascots Texas on September 7th announced formal letters were sent by the South Texas chapter Indigenous Peoples Movement to each of the schools scheduled to play the high school this football season. The invite asks the schools to stand in solidarity with Indigenous people as part of its Forfeit Against Racism campaign. It described Port Neches Groves Indian mascot as racist and claimed it perpetuates harmful negative stereotypes. At the time of the initial reporting here, none of the school districts notified were able to confirm they received the invitation by press time. Since then, it appears there have been no news of further developments. The call to action followed on the heels of recent backlash of Port Neches when in spring, there was this viral video circulating of a drill team performing at Disney World. And listen carefully to what they're saying here. Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. had this to say about that performance at Disney. Port Neches Groves Independent School District continues to use offensive and stereotypical depictions of our tribe, and this is yet again exemplified by their cheer team recently in Orlando. For the past couple of years, we have written to the Port Neches superintendent and school board asking them to cease using this offensive imagery, chanting, symbolism, and other practices in their school traditions, as this does nothing but dishonor us and all Native American tribes who are making great strides in this country. School leaders need to focus or need educating on cultural appropriateness, should apologize for continuing to ignore our request to stop, and need to make swift changes to correct these offensive displays across their school districts. Pretty clear there what they want to have happen. Meanwhile, the Disney World spokesperson, Jackie Waller, said in the statement, quote, "The live performance in our park did not reflect our core values, and we regret it took place. It was not consistent with the audition tape the school provided, and we have immediately put measures in its place so this is not repeated." So let's briefly talk history. These are people making a mockery of Indigenous people that the colonizers of the United States committed genocide against. So in 1838, then President Andrew Jackson, who we'll mention Donald Trump was a big fan of, created the Indian Removal Act that forcibly removed indigenous groups in the United States from their lands, including the Cherokee Nation. It would eventually lead to the tragic event of the Trail of Tears, where 60,000 indigenous people were forcibly displaced from 1830 to 1850. Over 4,000 of the 15,000 Cherokees died during the Trail of Tears. And this is the portrait Trump had hanging in the Oval Office of Andrew Jackson. Now today, things aren't much better. According to the Administration for Native Americans, the poverty rate for American Indians living on reservations is 29.4%, compared with the US national average of 15.3%. The reservation poverty rate for Indian families is 36%, compared to the national family poverty rate of 9.2%. This is unacceptable that people are chanting these things at Disney World of all places and still making a mockery of indigenous cultures. Jackson, do you have any quick last thoughts on this?
Yeah, just just a general conservative plight to say F you and get away with it and nobody can do anything about it. Because I mean, it's not like these types of cheers or mascots are necessary to the livelihood of these organizations. So them not changing it really is just pettiness and racism, and it's ridiculous.
All right, thanks, Jackson. Thanks everybody for tuning in. More of the same, not easy to just, or not hard to just pick another mascot.